Hey, Andy here, and let me tell you about a few exciting games coming out very soon. The Quest gets new features in the V34 update, Sony gets a patent for PSVR 2 eye tracking, and we get a closer look at the upcoming Project Cambria from Oculus. Let's go! Blade and Sorcery Nomad just came out as a Quest 2 exclusive just a few days ago, and I'm loving it so far. The gameplay itself is shockingly similar to the PC version, and while the graphics did definitely take a bit of a hit, the fun element of the game is still very much there. If you haven't already, check out my review of Nomad after you watch this video. I'll leave a link in the pinned comment below. If bashing heads in Nomad is becoming a bit too much for you, then upcoming Quest title Morel's Homestead might be right up your alley. Create your own relaxing little farm by building structures, planting crops, and hunting for treasure using a metal detector. You'll be able to sell whatever you find at the local town market, and the more you find and sell, then the more you can build up your environment. The game comes out on December 7th for $19.99. Now this one I'm really excited about because it comes from Binary Mill, the developers behind titles like Gun Club VR, Mini Motor Racing X, and Rush. Resist will place you in a dystopian future where you'll need to free your city from the alien robot invasion. You'll be able to swing around skyscrapers like Spider-Man and shoot your enemies mid-air like the badass you are. The game also features puzzles and will be an open-world adventure, so you can freely explore the city of Concord and pick up dozens of side quests. Resist is coming out next Thursday on November 11th, and I'm working on my review of it for you guys, so stay tuned. If you enjoy tower defense games with a twist, then you might really enjoy Captain Toonhead vs the Punks from Outer Space, and wow, that's a long name. Not gonna lie, the game looks a bit confusing at first with everything that'll be flying around in front of you, but it's basically a mashup between tower defense and FPS. The narrative is that you'll try to save the world from an evil dictator dude, and he'll of course try to stop you by unleashing a plethora of robotic creatures on you, but you'll have some tricks up your sleeve too. The game features really quirky humor and comic bookish graphics, but has a pretty nifty progression and upgrade system, so I'm looking forward to trying it out on November 11th or maybe a bit earlier if I'm lucky. The Quest V34 update has started rolling out a few days ago, and it brings quite a few improvements. Voice commands have gotten way better and can now adjust settings, find games, open websites, start recordings, and much more. Also, Android phone users will now finally have access to notifications in VR, which was only available for iPhones before. The long-awaited Space Sense is also here, helping keep your kids or pets safe while you're doing stuff in VR. The update also includes access to the pass-through API for developers, meaning we'll start seeing more AR titles on both App Lab and the Oculus Store. A few weeks ago, I told you to avoid installing Windows 11 if you're using your Quest for PC VR, but it seems a fix will be here in just a few days. Virtual desktop developer Guy Godin has been testing the new Windows update. He said that the performance issues when using Virtual Desktop on Microsoft's new OS are resolved after the upcoming update that's releasing on November 9th. I'll personally still hold off until I know for certain that both Wired Link and Virtual Desktop run great, but it's good to know that it's being worked on. Even though PlayStation 5 consoles are still pretty hard to find in stock anywhere, it seems like Sony is working away on the PSVR 2, which we're expecting to see released next year. Here's what we know so far from multiple sources, although none of this has been officially confirmed by Sony. It's going to be connected via a single wire to the PS5, which is definitely a plus from the current version of the headset. The displays will feature near 4K resolution, a wider field of view, and will supposedly use an HDR OLED display, which should look gorgeous. It might also feature the haptics that we've seen in the PS5's DualSense controllers, and the new patent for eye tracking and foveated rendering hints that Sony might also add these features to their new device, which would really align with Sony Interactive CEO Jim Ryan's claim that it will be a completely new format for VR games. Oculus, soon to be called Meta, has shown us a very brief glance at their upcoming Project Cambria headset that they'll be releasing next year. But even before their Connect event from last month, we've seen some leaks featuring the textures for this new device. Using those leaks, and I assume the teaser video as a guideline, well-known leaker Basti has stitched everything together to give us a set of 3D models that give us a better look at this upcoming headset. And while we can't say anything for sure regarding the performance yet, this head strap design should offer much improved comfort. The controllers also seem to be the ones we saw a while ago from Project Seacliff, featuring cameras on both the headset and the controllers themselves, ditching the tracking rings, which would make them a lot more compact. I've got a really special announcement video for you guys coming tomorrow, so get yourself subscribed and hit that bell because you won't want to miss this one. I'll see you really soon. Cheers, guys!